still hit. That bitch bad. That bitch bad as fuck. Ain't shit you could do.
Right, okay. I took a mini break and I've come back listening to Uns music. I don't know what's happened. If you too secretly listen to Uns music, please comment down below in solidarity with me and my shameful little secret. Anyway, hi, I'm Scola and you are doing amazing. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 ways that I have been healing, and I just felt like making this video because I truly felt like what I've been doing at the moment is trying to heal myself. It feels like I've had so many wounds, open wounds, that I've been putting plasters on instead of actually stitching them up, letting them heal, looking after them, all the bits and pieces that you need to do to actually heal rather than just temporarily dealing with something. And taking that time out and actually allowing myself to do that has been amazing. And it hasn't even been long. I think I've only been gone for like, what was it, like a week? It was like just over a week. I've been doing some behind the scenes stuff. So I kind of deleted social media. I wasn't even on it. I wasn't scrolling. I was in my own little bubble, my own little world. And it was actually just so good for me. Okay, talk to you later. Love you, bye. What was I talking about? I got so distracted. Let's just get into how I've been healing, how I've been looking after myself, because I feel like I just was in autopilot for a long time and I wasn't doing those little things that really add up to make me feel really good about myself. That's one disclaimer I want to put out, is that this isn't about instant gratification. It isn't about overnight success. It isn't about changing the way you see yourself, the way you live your life overnight. This is going to take time, and it's little habits that will build up. And I know that's not what you want to hear, and it's not what I want to hear either. I want to hear that when I wake up tomorrow morning, that I will wake up and I'll be a hybrid of Beyonce, Oprah, and Serena Williams. Obviously, I'll wake up and I'll be like successful as hell, doing so well, looking after myself. But in reality, that's not what happens. So let's talk about how you can do little habits, little things to build up, to heal, make yourself feel better. So let's get into that. And the first one I'm going to be talking about, guys, it's a little bit random, but it's back to basics, back to my roots. For my OGs that have been on my channel for a while, oh, I'm so excited because I love a throwback. I'm very nostalgic. I try to live in the present, but the past sometimes it's just nice to dip in, swim in it, and then come back. Anyway, I used to love drinking teas. I loved teas. When I first got into health and fitness, one of the first things I started doing is drinking teas. Oh, if you've ever had a lapsang sotong tea, that is like a fireplace in a mug. That is autumn, winter, smoky, gorgeous. Look out for it. Anyway, teas are such a great way to heal, both physically and mentally. I've been doing so much research into different ways that I can make sure what I'm putting into my body is helping me as best as it can. And it's little things like, for example, the tea that I'm drinking now is from a brand I've just discovered and I'm obsessed. And I'm not sure if I've actually maybe had teas from this brand before, from Holland & Barrett. I think I might have got them. But this brand is called Shotima, I believe, and I'm probably butchering that name and I'm so sorry. But they do these beautiful teas, and they also have little tags that have little quotes on them. And you guys need to help me out with today's quote, because I could, for the life of me, I don't even know what it means. I'm trying to interpret it. This has happened once before with another one, and I was like asking everyone, like, what do you think this means? Because I love trying to decipher them. But this one says, lovers embrace that which lies between them rather than each other. This particular blend is more geared towards, if you're into chakras and that kind of thing, it's more geared towards the root chakra. It has a lot of like root stuff in it, like ginger. I can't remember what else it has in it, I'm sorry. But more than anything, the actual ingredients in these things can help with so many things. Like, for example, ginger can be really helpful if you experience cramps, but also like inflammation and different things like that. So I've been doing a lot of research into different herbs, spices, and vegetables, different ingredients, different things that can help with your mental health, they can help with your physical health, help to boost energy. So if I think to myself, oh, I'd really like to boost my energy, let me Google like, oh, what different herbs, plants and stuff can help with that. I'm a lazy bitch. okay? I've put it out there, I'm a lazy bitch by nature, okay? But when it comes to these things, I just know that I'm not gonna be actively going to the grocery shop every few days getting fresh produce to make sure that I have my ginger, I have my spinach, I have all these things that can help me feel my best. But when it comes to teas, it's like a little hack. It's a little easy way to get lots and lots of different lovely ingredients, different herbs, different spices into your system that can really help you. So that's why I'm a big fan of teas, because they just really help. And you're laughing, you're healing, you feel great. And honestly, every time I start to drink more teas, I just feel great. Okay, I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm rambling so much because I'm just like so out of practice of making videos. I'm so sorry about this, but let's move swiftly on to the next one. And the next one is physio. So if you guys didn't know, I recently started doing Olympic weightlifting, but unfortunately, literally on my first session, I got my first ever proper injury, and it's an injury to my knee. Basically, it's called like runner's knee. If you guys didn't know, for years I was training for marathons, not real marathons, just half marathons. As with everything, I only do half of the work, not the whole way. I was doing a lot of half marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, all that kind of thing, and it just really did a number on my knee. But I always felt it, and that's what's really frustrating, is that when I was younger, I'd feel a little niggle in my ankle, I'd feel a little niggle in my knee, but then I'd recover and I'd be fine the next day because I was a lot younger. Okay, she was a little bit more hip, young, and with it. But also I was very early on in the training, so I felt okay at the time. But now is when all those things are catching up to me. If I'd done the physio then, if I'd done the strength building then, to make sure that my joints and everything were okay, then maybe I wouldn't be here. But here I am learning about it now, and it's still great timing. I feel like I'm learning so much from it. I'm learning that it's so important to make sure you are doing that work to prevent your body from injury, prevent your body from anything that could go wrong, because prevention is always better than trying to cure something like I'm trying to do now. So every morning I make sure that I foam roll, I do my stretches, I do my physio. So for you, that could look like just doing some yoga, doing some stretches, massaging yourself, just making sure your body is working in the best way it can, especially after the last year, because I truly believe the reason why I got this injury was because I was stagnant for a very long time. And so my body was just a little bit weaker and it wasn't at its best, and I should have eased myself in, done that groundwork to make sure I was okay before just launching into training like I did. Like literally I went to the gym like back to back for 4 days, just going hard, like going from doing virtually nothing to doing all of that. It was too much. It was too much. So here's your reminder. Don't wait for something to go wrong. Right now, look into things that you can do to prevent any sort of injury, anything that can make your body just go. And if you do have anything wrong with your body right now, like, oh, I always get a bit of a pain in my hip, or I always get a bit of pain in my elbow, whatever it might be, don't put it off. Look into it, look into what might be causing it now, because you honestly, you never know. Next up is gonna be journaling. I feel like I'm gonna talk about journaling a lot in my videos, but I feel like it's actually really been helping me recently. So the way I used to journal, I didn't actually like it. I feel like before I used to just get all my negativity, all my shadow side, all my dark side out onto a piece of paper, and I just look at it and I'd feel terrible about myself. Like I'd feel icky, I wouldn't feel right, I didn't like it. But I just felt like I needed a way to outlet all of this negativity, all this bad emotion that I felt, and that was my journaling. It was just negativity and it wasn't serving me whatsoever. And I'm really happy because the other day I was like, right, Scola, take yourself to good old TK Maxx. I got myself a new candle as well, but that's beside the point. Okay, I got myself a new journal. TK Maxx is my favorite place to get new journals, new notebooks, whatever. So I think in America it's called TJ Maxx. So I got myself this new journal, which by the way is very different to my usual style. Usually I'd get something very girly, but I got this, which is, I suppose is still girly, but it's just not my usual color or pattern style, but I really love it actually. So I got the new journal and I've got a pen to match it. I was feeling extra, okay? I've been using these oracle cards as journal prompts. So if you're not into this whole spirituality type stuff, don't worry, like you don't have to do this at all. If anything, I've just seen this as a great prompt just to get me writing, because some days I'm like, I don't even want to journal. I don't even feel like I'm feeling anything, like I'm fine. But then I'm like, every time I sit down, I pull a card. it gets me thinking about something that I might have not been thinking about, because I feel like throughout the day we push down a lot of things that might be in our minds, like because we're too busy worrying about taking the bins out, getting your work done, making sure that you go and run that errand, so you forget about that core stuff that really matters to you that you need to work on. And so that's why I really love these journal prompts that have been helping me. So look online for journal prompts, look for different stuff that can help you to think about what to write in a day. But for me, Oracle cards have been amazing. So this particular deck has like a 40-day challenge that you can do. So over 40 days, you pull a card every day. I haven't been so consistent with it every day, but I've actually been sticking for it like quite a lot, I think. I can't remember how many days I've done yet, but let me share with you the card that I pulled yesterday, which was sharing. So it says there is giving and receiving and giving. And it actually prompted me to sit down and film today, because I realized I've been quite apprehensive about sharing my journey. I feel like I convinced myself to do it, but then I tried to sugarcoat it. I tried to make it pretty. I tried to make it look as nice as possible rather than really showing the struggles. And I do have a video coming up about this, about the struggle and how you can't always be perfect. And I feel like more of us need to show that difficult journey to get to somewhere, rather than always just showing up as our best selves. Anyway, journal, guys. Look into a type of journaling that works for you though, because I feel like sometimes people just say journal and then people just sit there with a notebook and they're like, what am I meant to do here? So look into what works best for you. So whether you need to go through a period of just like gratitude journaling, where you just need to be more grateful about what you have around you to help to boost you again, whether you need to do like, I don't know, whether you need the journal prompts, whether you just want to actually get your thoughts out onto paper and look at a situation, weigh things up. Think about what you think will serve you best. And at the moment, these cards have been amazing for me. So I'll put that out there. Another way that I've been healing is doing a lot of affirmations, which is always a difficult one for me, because you always do those affirmations like, I am beautiful, I am happy, I am thriving, I am loved, I am all of these different things. And you think these things aren't working, but I recently had an experience where I was like, this is working, okay? So what I did personally, I don't know if you can see back there, but I have some like pots of pens. I took myself down to Poundland, okay? I don't know why once I make a decision, I like to take myself out somewhere to buy the resources I need. Go to TK Maxx, go to Poundland, okay? Very affordable at least. But I went to Poundland, I got myself some new whiteboard pens, because the whiteboard pens I had weren't the best. Anyway, why am I going off a tangent? I got myself some new whiteboard pens and I wanted to write up. I have a whiteboard actually that I'm looking at now. I wanted to write on my mirrors and any sort of surface I could write on that I could wipe it off, so I could like refresh the affirmations regularly. I wrote affirmations on the mirrors. I wrote on one mirror like, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am happy, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote all these affirmations. And the other day, my friend asked me to go out and I did not want to go out. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. I was not in any mood. I hadn't dressed up in ages. I hadn't put on makeup in so long. But I was like, you know what, F it, I'm going to go out. I got dressed up and I just felt good. I told myself, you're going to go out, and if you're going to go out, you're going to be happy about it at least. You're going to feel good. And guys, I don't know how I got myself in this space, but I felt so good. And it wasn't just the tequila. I promise you, it wasn't just the tequila. And I just felt like I was just like, da, 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 da. Life is good. All I want to do is dance and smile at people and be happy. I just had this really nice feeling and energy inside me, and I've never gotten so many compliments in my life. Guys, I lost count of the amount of times that somebody came up to me and they're like, you are beautiful. And I'm not saying this to be like, guys, do you know what? I'm a painting, or whatever the kids say. I'm not really saying that just to say that, because I truly believe it wasn't even about like outward appearance or anything like that. It wasn't about anything like that. I think just my energy that day was so good, and people were picking up on that energy and they just felt compelled to say it. Because honestly, guys, I've never had that experience before. I've looked the same pretty much all the time, but it's my energy that changes day to day, my energy that's been different. And I feel like other people felt that because I got such a positive vibe around me. Like everyone was just being so lovely and I was being so lovely to other people. And I truly believe that was all due to my mindset and having those affirmations to be like, I'm beautiful, I am loved, blah, blah, blah. And it actually worked and it felt really good. But I had to be careful because I was like, do you know what? You can't enjoy this outward gratification too much. What is it called? When like other people give you validation, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I'm getting validation from others, because I already felt that inside of me. I felt really good about myself. So that was really good. So affirmations do work. But anyway, last but not least, one way that I have been healing is I took a social media detox. I took a social media break, and it was really tough, but it also felt really good because I feel like social media is amazing, but like we never take breaks from it. It's not, you know, it's not like other things where like you can break from it. It feels constant, social media. It feels like something constantly happening because you pick up your phone and without even thinking, you'll pick up, scroll, put it down. How many times do you pick up your phone in a day? Check, because you know your app can tell you like how many times you picked up your phone in a day, and like it's mental. You can come up with like thousands of times you picked up your phone and you're like, how did I even pick it up that much? I swear I was only on it for like a second, but you do it without thinking about it. You're constantly consuming other people's opinions. You're constantly consuming so many things that you can't control, like how you're taking that in. And so I feel like when you're in a fragile place, it can really affect you. Like, I don't know if you've been having a bad day and you come across a news story and it just breaks you that day. Whereas on another day, when you're feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit better, it has no effect on you. And I feel like taking a break from social media just reduces the amount of things that can actually ruin your day. And I really struggle with comparison and feeling like I'm not good enough. And I felt like I kept logging on to social media, seeing what my peers were doing, people in the similar industry to me, and feeling like I wasn't doing well enough. And instantly, it's so bad. And I don't even want to admit this because it is showing envy and jealousy really coming out in an ugly, ugly way. And comparison, I'd see something great, like even like a friend of mine is doing in the industry, instantly I'd feel shit. I'd feel so bad. Instead of just feeling happy for them and being like, wow, that's so amazing, it got to the point where I wasn't even feeling good for people. And that is dangerous because I don't want to put any negative energy onto their success. So I was like, do you know what? I need to take some time out because I'm only feeling negative from this. And also I'm putting negativity out there by even feeling those emotions as I'm consuming this content, if that makes sense. And so I feel like a social media detox has really helped me in so many different ways. And I feel like it's something I need to remind myself to do often and consciously because I just haven't done it in a very long time. I'm so sorry guys, I feel like I've been talking for the longest time and it's just a little bit silly, isn't it? So I'm sorry about that I've been rambling for so long, but I just really wanted to talk about how I've been healing, and I hope you guys found this useful. And I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say because I've said too much. So I will talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending all the positive vibes your way. I hope you're having amazing morning, day, evening, afternoon, week, month, life. Sending all the positive vibes to you. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I just wanted to make sure that's how you say bye. I actually forgot how to say bye. Oh my goodness.